Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. So in this video I was going to just show you guys some of my purchases and check a base set box, but we're actually going to, here in the beginning, check another Hidden Fates tin because this set should have reverse hollows in it. That last tin that I opened up did not have reverse hollows in it. These are all reprint tins, so it's understandable that something would, if something went wrong, it would have went wrong during this time. We're not going to look at the promos or anything like that. Really, we're just going to crack into the packs pretty quickly. What we want to do is we want to check and see if we can figure out what may have happened. There's a number of things that could have happened. Based on the last video, what we saw was there was 3 commons and then there was a shiny in the place of the reverse hollow. So based off of that, most likely what happened was the common was replaced or put into the place of the reverse holographic card. Whereas if we see something other than a common show up, like an uncommon or rare, that means the reverse holo card was probably still put there, but the holographic process wasn't applied to maybe one of the sheets or something like that. And if we see reverse holos in here, then we should be okay. Well, right here, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where the reverse holo should be. We have another common. So if we continue to get commons in the reverse holo spot, that means most likely it was just commons inserted where the reverse holo was supposed to go and the reverse holo was left out altogether. But like I said, if for some reason we get a rare or we get an uncommon, so we're getting a different variety of rarities in the reverse holo spot like we would normally see, but they're not reverse holo, then most likely what happened was that the holographic process just wasn't applied to a single sheet, which would be better. If we continue to see commons, that means that most likely this issue will be more widespread than we would hope to find. And I know that there was a huge reprint on this. I mean, they went out to lots of distribution channels. I mean, I was able to order 10 cases, like there was nothing, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty more left. Like Hidden Fate's super popular, heavily reprinted. Now we also saw a shiny in the last set, so this is in a way good news because that means the shiny GX. This is where the reverse holo, it takes the spot of the reverse holo as well. So you can still get shinies. You can still get all the major cards. So like for this pack, we still got the rare. We still got a shiny GX. So you don't have to worry about not getting shinies because the reverse holo spot has been replaced by only commons. So looks like that's not the case. So it's not the worst case scenario, because we got a regular shiny in the last set, and then now we also got a shiny GX, so we can confirm that you can still pull shinies from these sets. Now, the only thing bad about this is like the worst case pack that you could get was like if you don't get a shiny right here, like we just got 2 in a row, which is pretty lucky, and then we got a rare. If we just get a common right there and you just get a rare, then you could have potentially a pack with no holos whatsoever, which Pokemon hasn't done since Neo Destiny, since they started with the reverse holos and Legendary Collection. I can't think of other than the Pop series, I can't really think of a set release where there was, you couldn't get holos in it whatsoever. I mean, you got those sample packs, but no like regular set release could you get, no holos whatsoever in a pack, in which we had 2 of those in the last 10. This 10 has been really nice. I mean, we've got 2 shinies and a regular holo, and it looks like we're going to get a full art in this one as well. So it looks like we've done good on all of these. In fact, we actually got another shiny GX. Check that out, Buzzwole GX. And then we got a Gyarados GX. So, I mean, that's really cool. So we did pretty good, on all these, but I'm glad that we still had the one pack that had the common in it, which was the very first one to show that you could not, get reverse holos. And the reverse holos have been replaced by either a shiny or a common. You just hope that you don't get that common because it's obviously not as good as a reverse holo. However, pulling 3 shinies and a GX, and 4 packs tells me that the pull rates are probably still up like they were before, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to move on now because that's not the main attraction for many of you. I know some of you were looking for my purchases. Some of you saw this on my IG. We have these base set Charizards that were pulled by a guy, and then this Shadowless Charizard, which is really good, but I don't think it was pulled. It does have a you can see it like a scratch right there. So I'm expecting about a 6 on this because of that scratch. If that scratch wasn't there, probably an 8 or a 9. On these Charizards, I'm expecting a 9 on all 3. We're going to submit them. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and they won't count off too much. I think the most damage that I saw on any of them was like, see that little white dot there? I'm trying to think. This one had, I think that one had one white dot somewhere too. It's going to be a lot harder to see through the case. And the very bottom, I think there was one right there. I mean, so they were really small pieces of damage. I mean, I think this guy really did pull them from the pack and then literally set them aside for 15 years. So those are pretty cool. I was very glad to pick those up. Also got a Shadowless Near Mint 8 holographic set. And this is a complete set. Chansey has a crack on the case right there. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. But there we go. There's the big one. We got Charizard. Very nice. And I'm collecting 10, so I'll probably sell this set. Got Clefairy. You know, got Gyarados, Hitmonchan. You got Machamp, which has to be first edition. There's no such thing as a Shadowless Unlimited Machamp. Like the only way you can get Machamp Unlimited with this artwork is either in Evolutions, Legendary Collection, or the Brock Deck A. And Brock Deck A is insanely expensive. Got Mewtwo, Nidoking, Ninetales, Poliwrath. You got the Raichu. There's old Venusaur and Zapdos. So very nice set. I will be considering how I want to sell that one. I may just put it up on eBay. If you're interested, feel free, make an offer. Next up, we have this LUGIA 9.5. I had someone reach out to me in an email. I believe I got a pretty good price on this because we priced it out about $1,000 on eBay, and I paid, I think, $800 or so. That was about $100 or $70 or so underneath the retail price, you know, of what you would clear after fees, or maybe it was $750. I either paid $750 or $800. But it's pretty nice. It's got, you know, the centering is the lowest part of the grade at a 9, and really the centering isn't terribly, you know, too bad. There is a print line in it, I believe. Yeah, right there. And you still got to look to see it pretty hard, but I would have thought that that would have, you know, made the surface the lowest part of the grade rather than the centering. The edges and corners are, they've got a 10 on the corners, 9.5 on the surface, 9.5 on the edges. I looked at the edges and I believe they look like they were, you know, pretty up there, like very clean. I would have almost thought that corners would have got 10, edges would have got 10, surface 9, and then centering 9.5. So to me, I think it still would have got a 9.5, but that's probably how I would have graded this. The only thing that I guess we would have agreed on is the corners, 10. But very cool. These are getting really tough to find. I don't have a PSA 10 in my collection. Still looking for one. I thought I'd go ahead and pick up the 8.5 since I thought it was a relatively good price. If I do get a 10, I might sell that one and the 9 to pay for that. Next up, a card that I've been chasing for quite a while now. We got the Crystal Charizard. I remember I had 6 of these out of a collection. I paid $50 a piece for, so it was $300 for 6 of these. Sent all 6 in, got 3 10s, 3 9s, and then I ended up selling all of those, thinking, you know, this would be a super easy card for me to get back one day. And it just slowly progressed, and I did not. And I actually paid $2,700 from this, or for this from Collector's Cash. I missed out on the last auction one for right around that same price, and the previous auction before that, I was again the second highest bidder, and it was like $1,750. So I mean, this card is starting to see some jumps again. It went up too high, and it come back down, and then I believe it's starting to come back again because people are saying, you know, it is a really nice iconic card, and the price, even at $1,700, I mean, that's just way too low if you look at how expensive Skyridge stuff is. I mean, this is the card you want to get from the second most expensive pack out there. So this is what you want, Gem at 10. I thought still $2,700 wasn't a bad price. I was probably one of the highest paying customers for that card of all time. But I was okay with it. I'm going to set it back in my collection. Next up, we have us a base set booster box. This was sold to me with this Shadowless PSA 8 set. Again, this was the guy who had me open up the first edition Spanish packs, the 3 heavy ones. It's kind of a part of the deal. There's a little bit of an incentive to be able to open those up so I can close it. I'm going to open up this pack, or this box here on camera. That way, if there's black triangle packs, at least we know. But I don't expect there to be black triangle packs. I mean, that's not something you really ever do expect. I'm mainly opening it so that we can sell out the heavy and the light booster packs. I'm always bumping my camera. Alright. I don't ever worry about ripping this Watsy cellophane because I throw it right away. Alright, here we go. Alright, so no black triangles there. We'll just check it, make sure that, you know, there's nothing funny going on. Looks like the artwork's right. Got 2 Charizards, 2 Blastoids, 2 Venusaurs right off the bat. Packs look pretty nice. You know, this top ones always have a little bit of, you know, folding going on, but other than that, they don't have that really bad classic thing going down the middle that people are worried about. Doesn't look like there's any nicks on the side, so these might be good candidates to have sent off to PSA. Guys, if you ever see those little nicks going down the back side over here, that's normal for packs, even to come straight out of booster boxes. So you don't think that the seller has done something, you know, funky with that. But other than that, these packs look just like your standard run-of-the-mill pack. You know, no variation there. But very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're looking for heavy or light base set booster packs, go check out my website, www.tcagaming.com. Thanks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Merry Christmas.